Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I am George. We're all George. So today, let's talk about Bitcoin, crypto, and U.S. markets reaching peak fear level. So what does that mean? And what is everyone waiting for tomorrow? Let's take a look and let's talk about everything else that's going on in the world today. All right, let's do it. Welcome, guys. We're sitting at 56.5. I don't remember where we were this morning, but I do think we were a little bit higher. But overall, we are still going sideways. Still a bit scary and frustrating. I know that. U.S. market today opened up in the green and then red and then green, and it kind of mixed. Dow and S&P was down today. NASDAQ was up today. But overall, a lot of uncertainty right now, and the pre-markets are in the red. A lot of fear right now. Wall Street and retail can't decide what to do. But tomorrow, we will. We'll get an answer. Tomorrow, we'll get a big answer. Tomorrow's the big jobs report that we've been waiting for, and unemployment reading. So tomorrow is going to be a big day because all the other economic data we received this week has been pretty bad, coming in under, which is not good as a whole, but it's good for a drastic rate cut. So tomorrow we're expected to see 161,000 job gain for last month. And unemployment is set to drop from 4.3 down to 4.2. Right? So that's what's anticipated. But numbers can come in way, way lower. And that would be bad and good at the same time. Right? Just this morning I was talking about fears of recession. We're seeing the jobs do this. Right? There's not a whole lot. And plus, people on unemployment are going up. So we'll see. Tomorrow we will see, right? And on top of all this, we got other bad things, right? But everything is really a vicious circle that's never going to stop, right? So tomorrow, I just want to say, yeah. Tomorrow, all of this is going to affect Powell's decision in terms of a rate cut. How much to cut, 50 basis points or 25 basis points, right? But he can only do this when inflation is low, right? When inflation is down. But how can inflation truly be down when the U.S. government now pays $3 billion in interest payments per day? $3 billion in interest per day, adding over 1.1 trillion. Man, it's insane. It's insane, right? And how does our government collect $3 billion to even pay the interest that's owed on the debt that we have? Well, you either spin up the money printer or you issue bonds and borrow money, right? It's one of the two. But what if other countries don't want to borrow or lend us money? Well, then we have to print, right? Which will cause inflation to go up. So it's like a never-ending cycle. It's all connected. Everything's connected. And it's just a vicious cycle. It never ends, right? It's not like, oh, okay, we've all finally gotten smarter about our budget and now like we're balancing it out and we don't accrue any more debt. No, our debt just keeps going up and up and up. And that means interest itself keeps going up and up and up, which means that the money printer has to print more and liquidity has to start flowing. But you know what? That affects inflation. And that is what Powell does not want. Powell is cutting rates right now, or he will be, But if inflation starts going up, that really limits what he can do, right? So Powell's always stuck between a rock and a hard place, if you ask me. But this is why we have Bitcoin. This is why we have Bitcoin. Here's the thing. The prediction markets are now predicting that there will be 4 rate cuts in 2024. Remember, Powell originally said 3 cuts and then down to 1. Now the prediction markets are forecasting 4 cuts with 100 basis point altogether, right? So if he cuts 50 basis point this month, then only 2 more 25 basis points. Or actually, yes. But we'll see. We'll see. That's drastic. That's really drastic, right? So I guess we'll see what the numbers say tomorrow. But, you know, he's trying to do what he can to stop the whole economy from going into recession. But you know, this is all Band-Aid, stopgap. It doesn't really stop the true enemy, I guess, inflation and everything else that's causing it, right? Anyways, yeah. So there's a lot of fear in U.S. in markets overall. Of course, there's fear in Bitcoin right now. We know that. You know, the fear and greed index keeps showing that we're fearful. We're as fearful as the low point of the bear market, right? That's how bad it is, which doesn't make a lot of sense. How can fear level be as low as the bear market when Bitcoin was below 20,000? Doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but that's how retail is interpreting things right now. That is so scary, right? But again, I showed you guys the video yesterday. Beginning of 2023 in January, Bitcoin was still at $16,000. And I told you guys to focus on the future, ignore the FUD, focus on the future, look at what's happened before, and concentrate on the fundamentals. And I'm still telling you guys to do that now, despite the fact we are 3 times higher than that point, right? We will get back up. We will continue forward. But we just have to move past some of the FUD-ish things that are going on right now, which are short-term and distractions in the grand scheme of things, right? Here's a good reason. This is something, right, that shows that, hey, how much, if you look at the global asset value of some of the biggest assets we have, like real estate, gold, equities, debt, where's Bitcoin on the grand scheme of things? Like, it doesn't even show up. That shows you that even though Bitcoin is this high, this large, it seems like everyone's talking about it, but it only represents 0.05% on a global scale in terms of the total asset value there is. It's still so small and so early, right? So one day, can Bitcoin go up to 1%, 2% like gold? Yes. But by then, Bitcoin will be like $700,000, $800,000 each. So it's still not too late to load up and DCA and focus on long term, right? This is why someone like Michael Saylor and his MicroStrategy approximately averages 156 Bitcoin per day. This is based on all his, massive buys, right? So people are just calculating. He averages about 156 Bitcoin per day. But you know what? Tether now. Tether is averaging 113 Bitcoin per day based on how much they're making, and they're putting a little bit amount of that into Bitcoin. So these guys obviously know what's going on. BlackRock obviously knows what's going on. And so many others, they understand too. They understand that Bitcoin can one day take up a much bigger percentage of the global asset value. And they understand that, hey, if you want to opt out of all the shenanigans, okay, from the central banks and governments around the world, you just load up on Bitcoin. And like I said, it's not just them. A lot of others have started doing that, have implemented Bitcoin strategy. All businesses combined now hold close to 700,000 Bitcoin with a growth rate of 150,000 per year. That is a huge increase. Huge increase. El Salvador as a country also understands that. right? Averages 1 Bitcoin per day, not like the hundreds like Tether and MicroStrategy, just one. All they do is one. But now they have $300+ million worth of Bitcoin just by averaging 1 per day. That's quite amazing. Really amazing if you think about it. By the way, Trump came out and said that instead of attacking industries, we will embrace them, including making America the world capital for crypto and Bitcoin. That's pretty bullish. That is pretty bullish. Not guaranteed he's going to become the next president, but still. Now we have presidential candidates talking about Bitcoin and about making strategic reserves and making America the global capital for Bitcoin and crypto. Do you know how bullish that is? Like, do you understand how amazing that is? Years ago, no one was talking about Bitcoin. Now everyone is talking about Bitcoin. Satoshi's dream, of one day for Bitcoin to become a worldwide digital currency for the people, is being realized, right? And it hasn't been that long, since 2008. It's been 16 years. It's quite amazing. It's quite amazing when you think about it. It really is. And because Bitcoin is traded 24/7, even though stocks have been around much longer, Bitcoin now has more trading hours than the stock market since 1971. And that will continue to grow and grow and grow and grow. That's another advantage of Bitcoin. It never sleeps. It never stops. You don't have to worry about market opens or market closes. It's 24/7. And not only that, it's global. It's not just US. It's not like Nvidia or Tesla where you can just buy in the US. No, you could buy Bitcoin anywhere. And you could send it anywhere worldwide without anyone stopping you or telling you can't do that. Pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. We also have stablecoins that do the same thing. And you can see stablecoins, all-time high right now, almost 3 trillion in transactions, right? The number of stablecoins we have and transactions are both sky high. That's important because what do people do with stablecoins besides transferring them? They buy, right? So we got a whole bunch of stablecoins waiting to buy crypto, buy Bitcoin, right? Just wait until the FOMO hits. The FOMO hits, man, all this money is going to pour in. ETFs are going to be inflowing billions per day. You're going to see MicroStrategy and others raising more debt to buy Bitcoin. It's going to be fantastic. Just got to wait. Just got to have some patience. That's it. That's it. Yeah. I think that's all I want to talk about. A lot of you guys, I don't know if you follow me on X. I know a lot of you guys just watch me on YouTube and you don't follow me on X. So you probably, if you don't follow me on X, you probably didn't know about the Influencer Fight Club, the IFC spaces. It was fantastic. If you guys like to hear about fights, like to hear about your favorite influencers fighting and a lot of shit talking, I highly suggest you follow me and follow Influencer Fight Club. In case you're wondering, a lot of you guys are wondering, like, oh, why are you going to Singapore? Because it's during Token 2049 is coming up and IFC4 is happening. And this is the card, in case you guys want to know. Got a couple ladies being the main card, Blonde Broker and Ashley Decan. But then you got Barney the Boy, who fought Ansem last time. He's fighting Tactical, who's the champ right now. You got a couple of gaming guys, John Hook and Mike Small. And you got Shiny and Bama, who's back. And Jenna and Young Snack. It's going to be a fantastic card. It's going to be an absolutely fantastic card. Those of you guys that can be in Singapore, can't go to the fight, you should go. It's going to be fantastic. And plus all the other KOLs will be there too. All right, outside of that, oh yeah, I got this. I saw this because this relates. If you do want to go to Singapore, a lot of you guys know the crypto project Travala. You could pay for your travels using crypto, and they have integrated with this aggregator called Skyscanner. This company has actually been around for a long time. Long time. And I have used Travala before looking for like bookings. So it's quite interesting. But anyways, it does show you that there are crypto projects that actually have real world use. So, but I highly recommend you guys, if you could go to Singapore, go to Token 2049, go to the next IFC fight, you're not going to be disappointed. All right, let's do some Q&A. JRR says, Jenna X and I are no longer on speaking terms. Why? Are you guys have history? All right, let me see here. Final shakeout. Crypto Pimp says Bitcoin going to 51 and possibly 40 at most. I don't know where you guys pull these like random numbers from. No. 40,000. Come on now. Maybe 49. We have seen 49, but not like 40,000. Let's see. The fear and greed index just dropped to 30 thanks to you. Why is it thanks to me? It's been low already. It was at 27 this morning. All right. A lot of money printed goes to government jobs, and since the largest employer is the government, then it's pretty easy to figure out. Well, that is true. Wayne Maisie, I don't know what your problem is. You're trying to be a know-it-all, and you're annoying me, so goodbye. Sell NVIDIA shares now? No. Why would you do that? That's like telling people to sell Bitcoin now. That doesn't make any sense. I'd rather see two cats fight in the alley than the IFC lineup, George. Well, for that, you get a 30-minute timeout. Robert, why do you think the crypto market cap will peak, and when do you think the peak will happen? Where do you think crypto will peak? What do you mean, when or where? I mean, I don't know what you mean by where. Like how high or when? It's going to peak probably around, I would say probably like at least 10 trillion and sometime next year. Justin, how much Bitcoin should the average person try to own? There's no right or wrong answer. As much as you can within your lifetime. It's just a game of accumulation, really. Why is HMP pumping so much recently? I have no idea. Is it really? I have a hard time believing it's pumping that much in this market right now. Let's see. It's up 5% today. Let's go back 7 days. About 16% a month. 80%. You're right. You are right. Despite this market volatility, Helium is doing very well. I have to figure it out. I don't know. I wonder if their other token, Mobile, is doing well. And the answer to that is no. Mobile 1 month is down 3%. It's not bad, but Helium is certainly doing better. But Mobile's not. LB IBIB, good morning from Dubai, 6 a.m. You're welcome. I'll be in Dubai next year again for Token 2049. Mufan says, George, me and my girlfriend fantasize about you. Send me some pics, man. Just joking. Genuinely, what makes you think Bitcoin goes up to all-time high anytime soon? All right, I already answered this question, right? If you look at the cycles, every single one, Bitcoin goes up around October, November. October is the most bullish month for Bitcoin every single year, but especially during halving years, October and November is when Bitcoin starts going up on its parabolic run. Look at all previous cycles. What would be a good buy entry for HNT? I honestly can't tell you. I don't even know why it's pumping, so I can't tell you. I mean, it's almost back to the 1-year high. All-time high, still way off. $50, 50 plus. If you believe in HNT for a long haul, you might as well buy it now. There's still plenty of room to grow. Sean asks, if your alt bags are currently down 35 to 40%, are we Brett, Link, Hondo, Pendo, Arrow, would you expect them to recover and go into profit? Yes. Yes, I would. And those are pretty decent ones, too. Jafonda says, if I ever get to meet you at an IFC event or conference, I'll explain my name, ignore the FUD, DCA while it's on sale. I'm America-based in Serbia. Okay. That does not sound like a Serbian name. I had a really good friend, Milos. That sounds Serbian. Jafonda does not. Thiago Costa, big super chat. George, love your channel. I've been following you since 2019, 2020. Made good money. Never lost because I never panic sold. My portfolio's up 400% thanks to you. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you for that. And I'm glad you stayed around and listened. I mean, we've been through some tough times. Some really tough times. A lot of up and downs. But I truly believe that we will see a new high by the end of this year, and we could be in 6 digits, and next year is going to be even better. So it's not too late. It's never too late. Tomorrow's job numbers, a big one. I anticipate job numbers tomorrow is going to be bad. It's not going to be good. It's not going to be good at all. But it should push up the percentage for 50 basis point, which gives Powell more ammunition. And unemployment, if it doesn't fall, it actually goes up, man, watch out. Where do you get a bobcat? Like a bobcat, like machinery? Or are you talking about real, like, animal bobcat? How do you become a mod? Donating? No. You just have to be here for a very long time, and I recognize you and I trust you. That's how you become a mod. Toyota Helix, yay or nay? I think it's a yay. Oh, Bobcat is a helium miner. I had no idea. Favorite Marvel character? I don't know. I guess it has to be Iron Man. I love how his suit was. The new Nano stuff, that's just too impossible. But the older one, like it was Gen 1 or Mark, is it Mark 3? The one in Iron Man 1? That's a perfect one. Like, I still can't believe we can't do that yet. With our current technology, we should be able to build that. The only thing we can't build is the arc reactor. But everything else, we should be able to build. Surge. I don't know if there's a picture for bullish in Wikipedia. It would be an honor if my picture's there. Will you be watching BlackRock ETF when the market peaks? Yes. Yes. It'll be interesting. Like, you know, once the market peaks, will we start seeing massive outflows from BlackRock ETFs, or will it just continue just to have inflows? I mean, again, I speculate that this cycle may be the last cycle where we see a crypto winter. After this cycle, 2026, for example, I don't know. It's hard to imagine 2026 and 2027 being massive down years when the institutions hold so much of the supply. So I don't know. Are you still a believer as soul flipping ETH? Yes. I think by the end of this cycle. Not the end of this year, but the end of this cycle, yes. Can we ever stop the bots on YouTube? I don't know. You ask YouTube that. It's painful. Every single day I try to ban bot comments and stuff, but more and more come back. Thoughts on quantum computing affecting crypto? No thoughts. No thoughts. There's much worse things you could do with quantum computing than try to break cryptography for crypto keys. I just think it's silly to think about. How much sold to be a millionaire? Man, I don't know. I don't know, man. As much as it takes. As much as it takes. Do you think NFTs will make a good comeback? You know what? I don't know about NFTs. I'm thinking based on history, NFTs should come back. Okay, because in a bull market, everything goes up, including I think NFTs. But this cycle might be different because memes will be dominant force. Memes are gonna go up like crazy, so the money might never flow back into NFTs. Given the recession fears, when do you think we'll see market peak? I still think it's sometime in 2025, probably Q4 of 2025. Did you hear about POX that came in late? No, have not. Have not. What's the update on retirement plans? I'm still planning on retiring in 2025. Bitcoin hits 200, 250,000. I'm out of here. Screw you peasants. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I probably won't be streaming twice a day anymore. I'll probably like do like, you know, like my Sunday walks or crypto cruise. I'm still probably gonna be involved with IFC, but yeah, I'm waiting for that. Waiting for that to happen. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, guys. You guys know I like to kid. All right, guys. Tomorrow, let's tune in bright and early to see how the market's going to react to the jobs report. It's going to be a big reading. Big reading indeed. That's going to tell us whether or not the U.S. is in deep trouble or not. All right, guys. Smash a like, subscribe to the channel. See you guys tomorrow morning. Take care.